Hey guys, Brian Hathaway here, sitting aboard SV Serenity, coming at you from Marina Del Rey, California. Just got back from single-handed my boat up to Seattle and back, about 3,000 miles of wonderful sailing. Was able to edit the entire time using EditMate, working on proxy media. Very excited for September 16th to show you how cool the technology is and how it works. And happy aboard virtually.
Thanks a lot, Carson. So the first thing kind of to talk about when you step into WebUI is the robust search functionality, just working with metadata. There's just tons of fields for you to fill to make it easier to keep your media more organized. And as an editor, when I get into a project, just the more efficiently, the faster I can find my media, the more creative I can be, I don't get held up. And as a person that used to own a post facility in Arizona, I want my people to have their stuff at their fingertips as fast as possible. And this is really a good way to either A, organize that, or for B, for me to oversee what they're doing. So that's it. Let's just kind of jump in. As you can kind of see, the UI is, it kind of looks like Premiere. It kind of has that same feel, which would be nice to people that are working in the Premiere software. A side note to that, this is actually, the UI is actually supported on Chrome as well inside of or on your mobile device. So another way to keep track of what's going on. So we can look in here in the center, all our assets, our projects, our collections, audio, video, etc. All of our tabs of what kind of information is in each one: a producer, location, category, description, etc. You can change your view to thumbnail if you prefer. I like the list; just keeps them organized for me. We got our upload tab here to get our media up top, and our collections tab. Adding a collection is basically organizing your media down further into a folder. So if you have multiple cards from multiple days you need to get to the assistant editor, you want them to log and get them all set up for the editor to download. It's a way to say, hey, this is the one folder instead of them going to just a multitude of clips. Next tab over is your organize the columns, so you can just kind of customize the tabs the way you want. I prefer to kind of have the thumbnail on the side, just sort of a visual representation of what I'm looking for as I look right. Just kind of makes sense to me. On the far left-hand side, we can further filter down. If I want to say owner, I go to Brian, and you can see right here, this is all of the assets that I've created. That's media that's imported, that's projects, that's audio, video, etc. Let me see here. You can also go by Kodak, media type, entity, the dates that they came in. There's just a ton of different ways to help you kind of add metadata to your assets to make them easier to find on the back end. And like for me, I'm a documentary filmmaker. I've been doing it for years and years and years. We shoot 20 to 1, 30 to 1, 40 to 1, 50 to 1. So adding this information in is just absolutely vital on the back end when you're trying to look through 40 terabytes of media to find a shot of a girl on a day on a beach. So, and on that note, you can search multiple fields, which is pretty great. So if I type girl and I go to outside, you can actually you can search 2 fields at one time or as many fields as you want, which I think is another really cool feature to the search functionality. So if I go in here and step into a clip, you can just see that I can step in, I can play it, and it plays good. You can scrub it. JKNL actually work as well. Over here on the side is all the metadata that's in here. You can just add it as you go. So if I go to department, I can go in here and just say, okay, this is going to be Arvado systems, and that automatically updates. You don't have to enter anything or save; it just does it on its own, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Stepping out, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make a collection. Like I said, this further just sort of makes it easier for the assistant editor, the editor, the producer, the director. Who's ever gonna kind of come in here and look at this media, if they're dailies or whatnot, it makes it easier for them to find one folder instead of just looking through a huge mass list of media. So now I know we've already set some stuff up for me. I'm gonna go ahead and just shift click like you normally would, right click, add new collection. I'm gonna create a new collection, and we're just gonna call this Watchman's. Oh, sorry, my typing game's off today. Description, I'll do the date, so it's 9/16/2020. We'll call it a trailer. I'm gonna say girl, there's a girl in it, and outside. Again, all the stuff that I can enter to be able to find this later. Yeah, my typing's great today. Category, we're going to say trailer, and producer, we're just going to say it's me, Brian. And then we hit add. And then we're going to refresh. And right up here is the the collection you made. We can step in, we can see the files associated with it. Again, we can look on the side and see this data is what's connected to the folder level. I can click on the clip, and now I have what's connected to the actual clip itself. Again, I can hit play in here. I can jog, turn the volume upside down. You can do the time you want, etc. So again, it's just a ton of different ways to add data and attach metadata to the stuff that you're working on. On that note, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, actually, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to import a clip. I'm sorry about that. So in import, we're just going to go to upload files. You can drag and drop or double click. I'm just going to double click. So here's my new shot. I'm going to select it. And again, I'm going to do description. I'm going to do girl. Actually, this is a tracking shot. So we're going to do tracking. I'm going to do outside, sunset. And then our editing state is going to be raw. Camera type, we'll just pick a camera. And then our category is going to be trailer. We're going to go ahead and hit upload. And Carson, why don't you tell us what happens here when I start uploading the media?
Sure, absolutely. So maybe first of all, just 2 sentences about the metadata that. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, sorry. Maybe just 2 sentences about the metadata that Brian showed you. So the entire metadata are configurable within an administrative panel and within
Don,
the. We can hear you, Brian. Within the different views, also these views are configurable. So what Brian is going to do here is uploading material. The high-res file, so the original file, is directly transferred to the high-res storage, depending on the client infrastructure, whether on-prem or within the cloud. And at the same time, the proxy file is created. So the product comes with a built-in transcoder that supports a variety of different formats. For on the one side exporting files or transcoding them into different formats, and on the other side creating the own proxy files that the entire workflows that Brian is going to show you are based on.